When it came to giving to the homeless, Rudy had a rule. Never just hand a homeless person cash. You might be supporting a bad habit. And it was this mantra that put Rudy on alert as he stepped off a blue Greyhound bus and into a terminal in Mississippi. After only a few minutes, he noticed a man who looked as if he called this layover destination a home. Rudy made the mistake of locking eyes with the stranger. He noticed the red rivers that coated the whites of the man's eyes. A nappy afro with streaks of gray stood ragged on his head, and he wore dilapidated clothes that hung loose on his skin. The man must have studied Rudy as well, only he had the gumption to advance with a slight limp. What is it? Rudy pondered. The fact that he was still young? Did he look lost and confused? Well, fair game. He was traveling in a place he'd never been to after all. But was it the clothes he wore? Or maybe even the style of his hair? It has to be the hair, Rudy thought. He had just graduated from boot camp, which gifted him the conspicuous high and tight. Plus, he held a green tube-shaped sheet bag at his side. 2 dead giveaways. He's been warned that he would stand out from the crowd no matter where he went. Whatever the reason, as the homeless man advanced, Rudy's mantra was his sword and shield. Say, man, look here, the homeless guy said. His voice was raspy and reeked of body odor and old cigarettes. I know you gotta catch a bus over there and whatnot, but look, man, I just done had surgery on my leg right here, you see. And I can't afford to give me some cigarettes. You got a 20 you can help me out with? Rudy pondered the stranger's words. The man had pointed to his right leg where the supposed surgery had taken place. He did walk toward Rudy with a slight limp, but surgery? Sorry to hear that, sir, Rudy said. Look, I can't give you a 20, but if you want, I can get you a meal before I go. Would you like that instead? Rudy couldn't quite tell the man's age, but he could see the weariness, the deep-seated wrinkles time had left in his face. His expression was blank for a few seconds before he spoke. Yeah, that'll work. What you got? Rudy ran inside the bus terminal and located the food station. He bought the homeless man the standard burger and fries. Upon giving him the meal, the man accepted and immediately shuffled off to eat. No thank you, no goodbye. Then there was a twitch in Rudy's left eye, a stiffening of his fingers. But he blinked these things away and walked to the bench to sit down. Pulling out the ticket, he saw he had about another 30 minutes left. Not long, but before long, another man approached him. After looking Rudy up and down, the man made the correct assumption that Rudy was serving in the military. It's there, Rudy thought as he looked at the man's face. A subtle lean forward caused something thin and cool to tap against Rudy's chest. That's when he remembered he even wore his dog tags underneath his shirt. Such a fucking boot, he thought. He almost missed what the man was telling him. Yeah, I used to serve too. Army back in the day. Then I got out. Tried to take care of my family the best as I could. I mean, I did everything for them. But in the end, they ended up doing me wrong. And, I could have did a couple things different, but shit, been homeless over about a year now. These guys don't say much. Maybe that's part of the scam, Rudy thought. But it did make him think. What if he's telling the truth? I mean, it's not like the story is unheard of. A U.S. veteran, someone who might have served his country, has seen actual combat, homeless on the streets. How had society allowed this man to be in such a situation? But then, Rudy remembered a lesson his mother taught him as a child. A lesson learned when he returned home from school after getting in trouble with one of his teachers. Rudy tried to give his mother the typical storyline. It's not fair. She don't like me. She don't treat the other kids that way. And Rudy remembered his mom looking at him with a stern face and asking the last question he wanted to hear. But what did you do? What did I do? Rudy thought. And when Rudy was honest with himself, he knew he did quite a bit. Then he looked at the man. After everything this man must have been through, all the training in boot camp, all the travel, all the life lessons, all the people he could have met, only to be here, staring down a digit street corner at a bus terminal. Was this a systemic failure or his own doing? As Rudy began to open his lips to speak, he heard the soft rumble of an engine in his right ear. Rudy looked back to confirm the noise. His bus was pulling up. But the man's voice gripped him by the chin and made him turn back around. Please, man, he said. Let me get a 20 or something before you go. His mantra echoed in his ear, quieter and less pronounced as the bus crept closer to the halt. Time was up. A man with a questionable surgery, a supposed veteran who'd fallen from grace. At the end of the day, Rudy thought, they stick their hands out. But even if you buy them a meal, the next day they'll be hungry again. Rudy clenched his fist in his pocket, then shoved his folded $20 bill forward. Hey, here, man, he said. Take care of yourself. Appreciate that, the man said. He took his belongings and scampered towards the bus. After loading his bags, he slumped into his seat. He broke the rule. He thought he should try to feel good about his deeds just then. But he wasn't sure if he had that right. Did it even matter at all? Rudy looked out the window of his bus and saw a group of guys laughing and conversing on the side of the street. The Army vet was among them. He noticed Rudy's face and tilted his head to him in passing as the bus departed for Mississippi. There was a cigarette in his mouth.